The Rundown. It's brought to you by NASCAR. We got a huge NASCAR weekend coming up for the NASCAR Cup Series. It's the return to the biggest, baddest racing track in all of the game. It's Talladega Superspeedway for the Geico 500, and the Barstool Sportsbook is there to help you get in on the action. It's a ton to bet with NASCAR, so stay tuned for all the picks later in this week on the Sportsbook, and you can tune into Talladega Superspeedway this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Why are we wearing these?
That's why I asked. I think that's the second ad of the rundown. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
We'll be talking about the SA face guards in a little bit,
okay.
but that's what threw me for a loop.
Okay.
So you can leave that first part.
Got
in
it.
there, too. But it's brought to you by NASCAR. Let's get into it. First topic of the day. David Dobrik is in hot water once again. So David Dobrik is the vlogger, the head of the vlog squad, one of the most popular vloggers in the world. Like a month ago now, he got demonetized and basically canceled off of YouTube after one of his vlogs, like a couple years ago, featured girls who were underage drinking, and one of which was she came out and said she was forced into she was sexually assaulted. So he's already basically demonetized and done, as is another member of the vlog squad, which is his team of vloggers, Jeff Wittek, who, by the way, was the guy who I think allegedly bought the alcohol for the underage girls. So he was in a little bit of hot water too. Now puts out, yeah,
I didn't know that twist.
So I think that maybe this documentary I think was in the works for a while because it's a multi-part documentary. But putting it out now, where you're trying to garner,
Does he talk about himself?
Does he talk about himself?
That whole
No,
part?
I don't think so. I think this documentary is old and just about this one incident, but he was wrapped up in this other sexual
incident I saw a clip of.
Yes.
So
That's
a whole
I watched both of
documentary?
them actually. It was actually very well done.
So yeah,
The documentary?
Yeah, no,
How
it
long
was
is
good.
it?
10 minutes
short.
each episode.
It's like 3 10 or 15 minute
I
episodes.
think a documentary is
No,
like
no,
a
no.
10 episode.
No, it's a YouTube
hour-long
documentary,
thing.
so it's like
Okay.
short clips. So this dude, he's crazy. He's a wild man. And like he jumped out of a plane 20 times in a row for the vlog. He does crazy stunts.
If you watch the documentary, he like openly admits that he's been in jail. He sells drugs.
And that was part of it too. Is let me finish the.
Yeah, from Staten Island.
So the main, all across the Verrazano, It's one of Rico's guys. So the main incident here was that they were at like a lake somewhere that had a excavator, and they were hanging onto a rope, and the excavator would spin them around. And you see this one girl, Corinna, who's another vlogger, go on, and she starts off slow, and then he starts to whip it too fast, and she's like, "Put me down." She's like, "You always take things too far, David." And then Jeff is like, "Fuck it, let's go." And he even says, like, "I just jumped out of a plane 20 times in a row. Like, what's the worst that can happen?" And they whip him to the point that he's completely parallel to the ground. Like he is whipping. And then Dobrik stops, and so when you stop, you like kind of whip back around, and he smashes his face on the arm of the excavator, and like almost lost his eye. His whole face was like ripped open. And
it was bad.
He says in the documentary, like, I was prepared to do some crazy shit. I just jumped out of a plane 20 times in a row. What I didn't like remember was that the stupidest fucking idiot I know was the one operating it. Now everybody is saying, Dobrik is an asshole and is responsible for this. So
I don't know how responsible he is.
that's kind of where I'm at. I think that these guys are like, I think they will do anything for the vlog content, and in this case, they went a little jackass on it. And I think if you get injured, do I think he was reckless? And like, he clearly is. He's clearly the type of dude who's like, I will do whatever it takes to get footage for my vlog, and that is not a great character trait. But I also don't think it's like malicious per se. I think it's like we'll do. When these guys, when shit goes south, they're not like, stop, we got to fix this. They're like, keep the cameras rolling. That's just who they are and what they do. And that guy sounds like he was kind of part of it as well.
I just hate David Dobrik's face. Like, if we're just being totally honest, it's just something about his face. I think, he's just, how old is he? 25? Yeah. He looks like he's 16. I just want to be like, dude, grow up.
He looks like a lemming.
Grow a mustache.
Super Nintendo.
Do something.
What?
You ever played
It's
Lemmings?
just something about his face. It's just like if you told me like, oh, here's this.
And
vlogger.
that matters. That matters, by the way. Like people tell me all the time, like, I hate your face. I want to punch you in the face. That's why. That's why I don't like you. You have a punchable face. And it's like they're like, it has nothing to do with you. It's like, so like he's got that that goofy like haircut like that. Like take look at that. And then
it's like it's a goofy. Yeah, he looks like a.
I just think the word responsible is too big a word. Is it his fault? Yes. Is he responsible? No.
No, I think it's just more of an indicative. I didn't
look
know
like those
the
little guys.
Yeah, like look at him. I hate his face.
I don't know if I see it.
Look at his face.
I
Look
guess
at his
I can
face.
kind
Look
of
at
see.
that.
Yeah, I guess I can kind
Look
of
at
see
those.
it.
Something about his smile. I don't know. He just really, his face pisses me off.
Oh,
so
that one, bottom, 3 rows down, the yellow background.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be
up 1 row and all the way to the left. I mean, like, I just want to uppercut you.
I agree with you that like when it comes to these guys, they all push the limit, and I think that it's. I didn't know the part that you just said before we. At the beginning of all this, that the guy who's doing the documentary is also the guy who maybe is part of an assault, which actually just proves the point that all these people suck.
Yeah.
Like, they all suck, they all deserve each other, and guess what? People are watching, so what are you going to do?
I remember when we were...
Why is he doing this if he can't make money? Where's he putting it out?
Oh, this is old.
No,
This is old.
Oh, okay, the clip's old.
And the documentary's new. It's Jeff Wittek.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got his own, 3 million person YouTube.
Yeah, all these guys, the Vlog Squad, like, if you rolled with Dobrik, that's the other thing, too, is, like, at the time, he was probably like, Dobrik, you ruined my face. But if they, you don't want to, like, ruin the cash cow. If Dobrik goes down, so do you, kind of.
I have face,
think,
man.
Nick told me this video was supposed to be, like, their big return. Like, they were taking a hiatus, they were going to put it up, and then the whole sexual assault thing happened. So.
But also, I think that Jeff Wittek almost died, so then they pretended not to come back because of COVID, but it was really because he almost died.
Yeah. Now, they also said, like, he almost lost his eye in a skydiving incident that was, like, separate. So he had the fucked up eye, then the fucked up face. So it's like, these are multiple incidents because these guys are wild. They're nuts.
Yeah.
And I remember when it's different for vlogging than doing crazy vlog antics with pranks and like, that kind of shit. But I remember Dave talking about AJ Delario from Deadspin. And he was like, he's the type, I think it was when he was a free agent. We were talking about, like, maybe signing him or something like that. And he was kind of like, he's the type of guy who will, like, step on your fucking throat to get content and to get page views.
Right.
And he was like, there's certain guys who are like that, who are just like, and Dave's basically one of them in a lot of regards. And this is the video version of that.
Limit. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Dave always
like, you have to have some sort of morals and some sort of, like, whoa, let's stop there. But I honestly don't know if, like, let's spin around crazy on this thing is the limit. I think you should know how to operate
I've seen that video a million times. Yeah, you should know. You should know
what you're doing. You shouldn't go as fast as you possibly can. But I don't know if that's the place to be like, Dobrik is sexual assault shit. Sure, like, you're crazy buddy, and you two crazy guys agreed to do something crazy, and something went wrong.
Right.
Who's that on?
He hopped on the.
But to Jeff Wittek's defense, he didn't totally blame Dobrik.
No, he just said he's a fucking idiot. The same way I would say it about you guys if you fucked up.
Right.
But, like, now if you want to say that there's deeper.
So he's making a whole documentary about this, but also not blaming him.
It's
he's
like
not
also
mad
his
about
life.
It's just about, like, the comeback of it all. He, like, lost, almost lost his eyes, and, like,
he said that he, like, lied about, like, what the injury was.
Yeah.
So he would tell people, like, oh, I fell off a roof.
He's
and, like,
there's a montage.
Do I look cool like this?
That's like you're being.
I was wondering what you're doing.
I'm trying. No, I don't. I don't look cool.
It's not that. I don't think it's that bad.
This
I would
is
just go with
okay.
the headband.
I like that. I
look
didn't
like
hate
you're
that
from MTV
either.
The Challenge with that headband on.
Yeah. And they put the microphone up there or something. We always do that with the necklaces.
There was some level of the documentary being like, Dobrik's just always kind of treated them all like shit. He's the top dog.
No
and
duh.
Like, he made fun of him for being a criminal. That was always part of the jokes of the vlog. Like,
I mean,
I don't know.
It's like, remember that?
That seems like fair play.
Right?
Remember, wasn't there like a bullying at one of the, not Sway House, but like one of those houses?
Sure.
And it's like,
yeah. No fucking kidding.
Like,
a bunch of high
all
school
these
kids
people
in
are
a
trying
house
to step on each other to
get
get
to the
famous.
top, yeah.
And no one listen, I'm not saying I have a ton of skill, but let's be honest, like, the way the internet works is like it's not always about skill.
No.
It's just like
on YouTube. It's
right,
about,
right.
So
it's
doing
like
dumb shit.
Right. I mean, they do have skill in that they can keep an audience and know what the people want to see. But there's also just a bunch of them fighting for that same audience.
Well, I watched a video there was a YouTube guy who went from 0 to 1 million subscribers in 1 calendar year, and they're like, here's the tricks. And then there was tricks with editing and the length and when you should post things and how to do clickbait. And then it was like my first video was jumping out of a plane without a parachute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the fucking.
Right,
that's how you're gonna get views.
Right.
So when these guys are always gonna push the limit, and I guess you could say if there's a deeper rooted thing where Dobrik has always, like, the atmosphere around the Vlog Squad is like you have to do it or Dobrik's gonna fire you. Then maybe there's more to discuss. But it sounds like there's a crazy dude who just stepped up and said, "Let's go."
How much money does David Dobrik have?
Like 20 million.
Then just quit.
But they say he, like, from what I've heard, it was like he lost like 50. Like, he had his own app coming out. He had big time sponsorships and was really just about to, like, really take off.
That all came out after that stuff? So I was gonna say the last time I heard about him, he was launching an app and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I guess I just missed the sexual.
Or the app's
thing.
gonna come out, but he's not a part of it anymore.
He probably can like.
I would just fade off into right off into the sunset with 20 million, or wait like 5 years
start
and then
a
come
Patreon.
back. He's so young that it's like you can come back when you're 30 and maybe people have forgiven you or you've made amends. or whatever.
You can't forget that face.
Yeah, you got
He'll
to
show back
radically
up in
change
10 years.
your face.
Like, where's that guy from? Oh yeah, I hate him.
Yeah. So yeah, Vlog Squad drama.
Look at that face.
Yep, you just want to punch him.
Ah.
Is David Dobrik the future of entertainment? Was the article?
You know what he looks like? He
Probably
looks
was,
like.
but
He looks like an adult, like a Nickelodeon star from the '90s, but like grown up.
That's accurate.
kind of what he
And
is.
it's
Just without the Nickelodeon.
makes me
He's
mad.
like the YouTube version of that.
you look at click that one where he's wearing like a plaid shirt, not a plaid shirt, but like a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Ah.
You know what it is?
Ah.
Way too big of a mouth. Way too many teeth. A lot
Yeah,
of
and his
teeth there.
cheeks too.
When he smiles, you see like every tooth in his head.
He just thinks he's better than everyone, and he definitely looks like. Look, listen, I'm on your side. I agree with you, Kevin. Like when you do dumb shit and you're in the Vlog Squad, like it's hard to blame anyone. But he also does look like the type of kid who will like throw you off an excavator and be like, just a prank.
Well, you know what's interesting? So we'll move on a second because it's a long topic. But in the beginning, the very first episode, the beginning of the first episode of the documentary, he talks about how he was making. Oh, so this dude had been arrested a lot and was a criminal.
Arrested for what?
I don't know. I don't think anything crazy.
It was
drugs.
drugs stealing.
And Dobrik was like, why don't you like make content out of that? And he was kind of like, oh, I don't know. And he said that Dobrik was like, this is real. This is what people like. This is what people want to see. This is what's interesting.
Right.
So he put out his mugshot and kind of the way we've all done this here.
Exactly.
And he blew the fuck up. And so in that regard, it was almost like, I think he was not thanking Dobrik, but it was like Dobrik taught me how to like do this internet game where it's like, let's be raw and real
to no audience,
and to be able and to be willing to put it all out there. So in one breath he was kind of like, like shouting the dude out, and then the other like, it's like just because you know how to do the internet doesn't mean you know how to operate an excavator.
Yeah, or
and I
be a
think that's
good
the lesson
person.
we learned here today.
Yeah.
Second half of the rundown brought to you by SA Company. That's these right here, these SA face guards. Look, you can pop it on. I can still even do the rundown, no problems. Gives you coverage from all the elements, from the sun, from the wind, from
That's what
other
Mincy
people.
rocks. I love how high Mintz wears his.
He puts it like he's like a ninja.
Mintz wears them like above his cheekbones. They're like way up here.
He's like,
And then he wears
what's
a
up,
hat.
fellas? But whether you're
Shout
going
out
out
Mincy.
hunting, whether you're going out hiking, whether you're just hitting the beach, whether you're out for a stroll, nowadays more than ever, you want to cover your face up and protect yourself from the elements and other people. I mean, honestly, we probably should have been rocking these on the subway for our whole lives, just to keep safe from all this nonsense. So,
all the skin.
Ooh, the bandana
all
look.
the skin floating in the air. It's disgusting. So right now they're also partnering with Operation Gratitude, where they've donated over 100,000 face shields to all the men and women on the front lines of the pandemic. So stay protected outdoors, indoors, front lines, back lines, everywhere you go. With this insane deal right now, you buy one, you get 4 free. BOFO. Buy one, get 4 free. That's a $150 value for just $24.99 when you go to safishing.com/rundown. That's safishing.com/rundown. Get 5 face shields for the price of 1. safishing.com/rundown. You look like
chef.
a cancer patient.
Oh,
That was what I was saying. That was that. I couldn't think of it. That's what I was
That's
thinking.
what it was? Yep.
Yeah, I said I went with chef, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Nope.
Chef, a little chef too.
yeah, it
but-
looks like I'm on Survivor.
Yes, right. Well, I said you look like someone from MTV The Challenge. You see Darrell challenged? You used to watch that show, right?
Yeah, I love
Darrell
it.
challenged Jake
I
Paul.
used to love it.
That's a good matchup, I think.
Yeah.
Darrell was crazy. Those
Yes.
OG challenge guys are reality TV stars like Jake Paul kind of is, who
Yeah.
are ready to fight. That seems like a fair fight to me.
That's why I stopped watching these, because they started mixing in all the new people. Like once they stopped making Real World and Road Rules, do they still make Real World?
I would guess.
They stopped Road Rules a long time ago.
They
Yeah,
make-
because I liked watching the Real World, getting to know them. Then they went to the challenge. Like I already know them.
Now
Now
it's
it's
just
like
new
a
people.
dating show in England. and
Right.
it's
It's like, why even bother? Yeah.
And now they have the original Real World, I believe, is on Paramount Plus. We're like,
Yes,
they're
you're
all
right.
living together.
And they're like 100.
like the one with
Mark
Puck?
Long and no, that's actually not the first one. The very first one's New York.
Oh
That's
yeah,
San
yeah,
Francisco.
yeah. That's the
New
second
York
one.
is like I actually don't even
Miami
know.
was the one that was. That one I feel like was the one that
That had the
because
girl in the
Puck was
shower.
big, obviously, but then because Miami had
Miami had
openly
some-
gay guy too. And
Yep. The Miami had some beautiful chicks, and the one
Yep.
guy like fucked with her in the shower, so that was a thing.
Hawaii with Ruthie.
Ruthie was just a drunk.
Yeah, dude, I remember she got naked on the first episode and jumped in the pool, and I was like,
yeah, let's go. Remember Seattle with David and Irene?
Dude, yeah,
Crazy
slapped
David.
her,
Punched her in the face.
Yeah, and then threw her little teddy bear in the water.
Which is the meanest thing.
So mean.
That was
I don't remember any of these.
That girl,
I think
girl was
Vegas
like
was the first time I
openly-
remember.
Oh,
was
with
like,
Trishelle?
Yeah, you love Trishelle.
Love
Yeah,
Trishelle. I brought up
Trishelle.
Trishelle like
Five
times in
like-
2021.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, Trishelle was awesome.
Trishelle,
cool
I
chick.
found her Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, she's happily married, but she doesn't have like I bet the old reality stars hate the new ones because like Trishelle has like 500
I
followers.
was gonna say they're not famous.
Like
they're
she
not
gets like
rich, they're
30
not-
likes on Instagram, and like anyone can go on Real World now and get a couple 100,000, and that's basically what you do. You just sell ads on that.
Yep.
Trishelle did it the old-fashioned way, married what seems to be a rich guy.
Oh, you know what? I remember we were talking about the old Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
I found her on Instagram and she was private, and I requested her, and she actually accepted me. I thought she was gonna be like Barstool, no fucking way. But remember her, Dan? Sophie Turner from the Guess That Ass days?
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
she
days
just-
like #1.
She just kind of disappeared and went and had like a normal life. But the same thing as like Trishelle. Now you're fucking full-blown famous if you get on any of these shows, or at least you can fund your life through your Instagram. So I was saying Darrell should fight Jake Paul. Logan Paul, the official date is set finally for Floyd Mayweather. Is it June 1st or May 4th? June 4th or May 4th?
I think it's May.
Because usually he fights on May 4th.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
wondering
dude.
if you get
Kentucky
like
Derby Saturday.
if you get Floyd's like early May slot, that's kind of a fucking June 5th though, so it's not that.
This fight's gonna suck.
Exhibition
it's gonna
bout.
be-
They're officially calling it exhibition
I
bout.
don't-
which
I
feel
don't know about
it's
it.
different rules and different
Yeah.
everything, you know.
No, thank you.
I mean, but I guess the rules still apply. Like they wouldn't have mattered because like
Sure.
I think a rule in the exhibition bout is no headshots. Like,
Yeah, but
you weren't gonna hit Floyd.
You're not
in
gonna
the
touch him.
head.
Correct.
Well, I would love what Logan should do is just like tackle him. Like
Yeah.
let's just fuck fuck the rules and
Wrestle
go out
him.
all out and make something crazy. I mean, it's wild that he has the power and the pull to even get Floyd Mayweather's ear and get him to agree to this, and I'm sure they'll make a boatload of money. But I just don't know how much of a real fight it can actually be. You know, he's
It's
too
gonna be the
far with
Tyson
it.
and Roy Jones. Like what?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like this sucks.
I thought that wasn't so bad.
Oh, it was
I
so
thought Tyson threw a few punches where I was like,
When there's
"Oh, all right."
when there's no actual threat of like these guys are trying to kill each other, it's just not
But
fun.
I almost think that the fun will be like, I think if Logan Paul even somehow touches Floyd, it would be like,
Yeah.
he doesn't need, the over-under should be like, 0.5 on like punches landed. And if Logan can land one in these 3 rounds or whatever exhibition rules are, it would be a
see, if
fucking
it's only
celebration,
3?
you know? Yeah.
Like that's fucking. Now you're gonna break a sweat.
I don't even know if that's the rules, but I'm just saying it's probably not like,
Buy Rough and Rowdy. Fuck these fights.
Yeah.
And one of the strongest pound-for-pound dwarfs in the world.
He could bench press 525 and squat 745.
My former boss was Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I'm ready to break some necks and get some checks.
You PA pussies want to call us out? Come get your ass whipped by a real West Virginia boy.
Live, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Eat shit, pig. I heard the milkman's coming out of retirement.
Are you man enough to fight me?
Taylor Park, I plan on giving you a double wide beatdown, son.
Shizat the Rizat has 2 of the most vicious knockouts in Rough and Rowdy history.
Let's go!
So Rough and Rowdy this weekend, we got the little people fight. We got the woke ring girl, the first ever woke ring girl like beauty pageant championship vote featuring the Anus Boys.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
I have no fucking idea. It's kind of scaring me.
They
to be
keep
honest.
saying there's gonna be a weigh-in for the ring girls, and I think they're serious. I'm like, I don't think you can do
I
that.
was gonna say that sounds like a bad idea,
Yeah.
but where is this one?
Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, well then you can do whatever you want.
yeah,
Never mind.
yeah.
Those girls,
Pretty much.
they don't give a fuck. So buy rnr.com. You can get your fight now. You guys all on the call again?
Yep.
So
going
it's the
tomorrow.
most entertaining thing on the internet right now.
Shizat the Rizat, my
Oh!
guy. That's my guy.
Dude, Shizat will put you to sleep.
I love Shizat
I'm
the
actually,
Rizat.
who the fuck is bold enough to fight him? Is he good too?
I
Because
think
Shizat
so.
has made
Who's he-
made his presence known that he will kill a motherfucker.
Robbie, who's Shizat fighting? Shizat has lost, but he's awesome.
Has he?
Yes.
God
has.
damn. When
He
he
lost
knocks
a
people out
decision.
and he just stands there like, told you this was gonna happen.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said it before, but
He's got some
I've
power.
been following him on Instagram for a few years now, and there's definitely been times when I'm like one of 4 people in his Instagram live watching him like fight a tree in like Tennessee.
He does Instagram lives with like 4 people, and I'm one of them.
Well, Shizat is gone. Oh! Good night. And absolutely devastated right hand. And that's it. Shizat the Rizat out of the clouds. Holy cow!
You thought Shizat the Rizat was toast? He's still the bread.
He's fighting Trailer Park, who's like 2-2, I think. So it'll be a good fight.
All right.
And then Vito the Torpedo.
Some big
is
matches,
back.
some little matches, quite literally.
Yep.
And the Ring Girl Challenge or competition with the Anus Boys. That's buyrnr.com. What else do we have?
Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro with an all-time video. Man, this guy, he drives me crazy, but he's also such a good troll. You got to tip your cap. There's a Home Depot protest going on right now. So Ben was like, fuck it, I'm going to go shop at Home Depot.
Kept the place afloat
And
all
I'm
by
gonna,
himself.
I'm going to encourage everybody else to go shop at Home Depot. So he buys a piece of wood. Piece of wood. It's just a plank of wood, and he's like, and it's put in a little shopping bag.
The bag's the most outrageous
hilarious.
part. Yeah. The bag is
like he knows
obscene.
exactly what he's doing there.
Yes.
And he's doing his Ben Shapiro's like, I just bought this beautiful piece of wood, and I recommend that everybody goes to their Home Depot, and they also buy wood because this is ridiculous.
All right, as you can see, I just went shopping at Home Depot. You should do the same. This wood, this board, this magnificent piece of poplar is now mine.
So he's on a hot streak right now. He had his tweets after the Chauvin verdict. Those were questionable. And now this, where, I mean, the guy,
It's just crazy
knows what he's
how
doing.
all these people, like, they left and right, just like I mean, I guess it's credit to them to be able to like just get everyone so mad all the time. Like I just can't imagine being all this like fired up about everything. It's got to be exhausting.
No, I certainly can't.
It has to be just absolutely exhausting.
I don't even think it's exhausting. I think it's sport. I think it's just
You
like.
think so?
Because I think
For
it's
Ben
like.
Shapiro,
I think it's
yeah.
like. I think the college strip boycotts on, not all, but a large majority of the tweets are like Carrabba's baseball highlights. Like they're just setting caps locks, but Carrabba's just sitting there like this.
Yeah, all calm.
Like,
yeah.
oh shit.
I think he knows. I just think he knows exactly what he's doing to the point that it's not. He doesn't get fired up. He's just cerebral with it. Knows what's going to get the people going. Knows how to go viral. Knows how to rally his base, make some more money.
And also he has that level of, and this is when you like reach like genius troll level, is you have a shamelessness about you that you don't care if people dunk on you.
Yes.
Like you
Right.
want,
That
you
whole
almost
like my
want to
wife's
get
pussy
dunked
is
on.
constantly wet. Sort
Right,
of thing,
like I want to
or
get
not wet.
dunked on because that
Yeah.
means I'm trending. That means people are like talking about me.
Right. I
That's
mean,
the part that I just, I don't know how. It's kind of like Skip Bayless. Like Skip Bayless just wants to be dunked on.
Doesn't matter.
You know what I mean? He wants to have bad opinions.
Like, 'cause
What was
you-
his today?
Oh, I don't know. I think
He had a tweet today where it's like coming up next on Undisputed.
Oh, it was like Brett Favre, right?
No. What was it? Yeah.
Epilepsy?
Yeah, it was someone.
What about
Was it
it?
Mahomes versus epilepsy or something like that?
It's just a very funny idea to be like, I don't care.
Well, I
like
think
I
when
want.
you come from like, so think about like his world is like he doesn't care when Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion fans are making fun of him because he's just like,
Right,
yeah,
I hate
I'm like
these
a
people
political
too.
commentary
Right,
guy,
right.
whatever.
Right.
So like if all these other groups that he never really had any interest in anyway are clowning him, I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
I wonder though if like he lost his base somehow, if that would like crush him, you know. But right now he just gets dunked on people that he's like, that's not my core audience. I don't care.
Right. It's just it's a weird world.
He is hard to like.
I mean, all these people that just are constantly tweeting about like the same things over and over.
Yep.
And like,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Now he's also really smart too because he is an assassin when it comes to like debating and shit. Like he'll have all the facts, he'll have all the info, and if you try to come at him, he like intellectually will dance circles around you. But then he just picks his spots. He never, you know.
I'm exhausted even thinking about it. I'm exhausted thinking about it.
Wet ass P word. I think that was it. That's all we had for the after show. Last night we had it was 3-cheat day. As you can see, Fight's still struggling to fight back.
I am like Doug's high right now.
I know. Yeah, I mean, your eyes are shut. Your eyes
really?
are slit.
Yeah, like I just had edibles last night.
I
I'm
woke
still
up this
like
morning still absolutely feeling
really
it.
high.
3G
You
is
did
the
3G
real
day?
fucking deal.
It is.
And
Like, I've been
Doug's-
sitting here silent this entire time. So I'm just like.
Well. You think you were silent. Doug's last night.
Doug's last
Well,
night.
So
Wait,
Doug's
so,
Doug's
yeah,
came on
what'd you guys
KFC
do?
Radio Live. First time he's ever dabbled with anything THC. He ate a 50 milligram cookie and was zooming. So we start the show. The first 18 minutes, he didn't say a word. And then when we finally, I was like, Doug's, how you doing, man? He's like, I didn't want to interrupt, but can can I please have some water? Like he was just dying of cottonmouth over in the corner. So he was so quiet, we put a Doug's cam in the bottom corner, and it was just his face reacting to everything the whole time. It was so fucking funny.
I'm going to be honest with you, this job, like it doesn't matter if it's Monday or Friday. I don't know when it is.
He had a masterful performance while he said like 3 or 4 words total. But I was super high.
It was
so then after the show, Doug's planted himself right here, and I watched him. He leaned back, he had his hands on his belly, he put his head back, and I was like,
there it is.
This man is gone.
Took a nap.
And,
I love it. You gotta sleep it off.
He tweeted at 11:30 p.m. being like, I made it home, don't worry. And I was like, I don't know if you did. He was out, bro.
I left here at like 10:30, and I was the last person to leave. I think Jack actually ended up seeing Jack Mack in the TV room. But I was like, do I wake up? That's why I called you.
Yeah, I
called
that.
you at like 10:30ish or whatever,
yeah.
And I was like, honestly, I'm about to leave the office. Should I wake Doug's up or not?
I was walking out, and I almost tweeted like, over under like when does Doug's leave here? But I didn't want to blow up his spot in case he did just end up sleeping here. But he was. I don't think he made it home at 11:30. I think he was lying, and he's not here today. So. But yeah, it turns out a whole cookie when you've never really dabbled in anything.
Yeah, that's
Feitleberg, meanwhile, he ate a brownie, a Rice Krispie treat, and a cookie.
I had
took several bites of all of the different edibles.
I had like one full one combined.
I think a little more than that. But I think you had 3 halves, so you had like 1.5 of everything combined. And he told us that he thought it was illegal to kill ladybugs, and I swear to God,
I grew up thinking
it was the
that. I was
funniest
told
thing
that
in the moment. It was the funniest thing I'd ever
They're
heard.
like They're like bald eagles.
Well,
Yeah,
I think it's
like
because
that.
in Massachusetts it's the state bird. I'm sorry, state bug.
But I think he legitimately thought that like, hey, you will get arrested if you kill a ladybug.
I think someone told me that because it's the state bug.
I think it's because of the movie.
Funny. Because
Rodney Dangerfield.
Jackie asked the same question. She right away. She's like, "Oh, you're trying to say it's like state flowers?"
Yeah,
it's not crazy. I've definitely
you're not
heard
allowed
it.
to pick like.
I've just never questioned it in my whole life.
But I mean, he said it's so like it's illegal to kill ladybugs, right? And I was just like, what?
Oh my God.
And I was so. I mean, I was out of control high, so it was the funniest thing in the moment. If you can watch it on the YouTube now. If you want to dabble with a little treat to yourself, or go back and watch it. I don't know if it's funny if you're sober. But it's certainly funny if you're dabbling, and I mean you are stoned right now.
I can't believe.
What are we gonna do with this interview?
I don't know.
An interview right now. Fight's gonna do it.
What are you gonna do with this interview, Kevin?
Yeah, that's a better question.
You take a shower.
Yeah, you got to shower.
I showered before I came here.
There's no shower again.
It's almost like your body like just started processing one of the edibles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you kept
it's been just waiting in line.
Yeah.
Like, all right, my turn.
All right, that's the rundown.
All right.